Hi guys, I'm Marticore, and The Sims 2 has been re-released along with The Sims 1. You can now buy both on EA app, even Steam, which I recommend, and other platforms. So The Sims 2 Legacy Collection has some issues and has already been updated a few days after the re-release, but still not everything is fixed yet. There already is a lot of information out there on how to fix it, which specific things are broken, and how to bring IKEA stuff back to life. On my side, I will only say that windowed mode is everything. Even EA said in their patch notes that if you get the DirectX error preventing you from launching the game in the first place, the windowed mode workaround will fix it. I've been saying that for years. I also recently made a separate guide on The Sims 2 settings if you're interested. But the game does work somewhat well for a lot of people, and I can already see that new players joined our little internet bubble, either ones that haven't played the game in years and are returning to it, or ones that are getting to know it for the first time now. You guys have no idea what you're getting yourself into. The Sims 2 community is amazing! The Sims 2 Ultimate Collection that includes all packs was given away for free a little over 10 years ago in July 2014. I got it at that moment. And after that, you could still get it for 4 more years if you asked nicely enough on the EA support chat. And of course, there were other places where you could get the game. But a lot of people hadn't stopped playing The Sims 2 before that, so we've been here a long time and we kept making mods, custom neighborhoods, Sims 4 to Sims 2 conversions, videos, tutorials, spreadsheets, calculators, you name it. There are subreddits, Facebook groups, Discord servers. Any platform you prefer probably has a Sims 2 corner. But definitely Tumblr is like our temple, so make sure to look around there. I set up my own Tumblr a few months ago because I wanted to be like a legit member/creator of this community. You can't not have a Tumblr if you're making things for The Sims 2. And if you're looking for YouTubers, I have some recommendations. Amongst people who are very engaged in their playthroughs, creating stories, having their own systems, and being pretty serious about the game, that's Pixu, Batty Natty, Brianna Peppers, Tea Addict, Annie Bats, Sammy Sundog, A Cotton Sock, and, well, me. For more casual and funny content, I'd recommend Call Me Kevin's Sims 2 videos. Also, Tytar is super underrated. And of course the queen, Juno Birch. If you're into more informative videos though, about Sims 2 mechanics or mods, or you need a specific tutorial, you gotta go to April Black, Leto Mills, Crazy Mark, again A Cotton Sock, and again, you guessed it, Marticore. And for others that I didn't really have a category for, check out Kreusa Sims, Calipers and Tongs, and Antisocial Bunny. And if you've never seen what Pino Kokoschka does, now's your time. Trust me, you need it. I wanted to focus on channels where the content is mainly The Sims 2, but if you have other recommendations, type them in the comments. For basic modding, as in you've never installed mods for The Sims 2 or it's been a while, first of all, don't forget that The Sims 2 also has store content. It's not available to purchase anymore. Honestly, it's scandalous that they didn't include it in the Legacy Collection. This is not technically custom content, it is fully Max's, but it goes into your downloads folder, so it's similar. Before you go and download a bunch of custom furniture, I'd go for recolors of Max's stuff first, so that you can mix and match the stuff that is already in the game. Michelle on Mod The Sims is our queen of recolors. For things that only have one color in-game though, like the piano or easel, you need to install CEP, just so you know. Remember to follow the instructions because the installation of it is not obvious, I guess. Maybe you'd also be interested in default replacements, especially for skin and eyes, if you think the game's graphics are a little outdated. There are replacements for many other things too. And outside of custom content, but mods specifically, maybe a lifespan mod is something you might look for. Maybe you're not really in love with how aging works in the vanilla game. I know my lifespan mod works in the Legacy Collection, so I think others should too. I also made 2 videos on useful fixes, either for things that are literally broken, there's a lot of stuff like that, or just annoyances. There are mods lists divided in different categories made by Beladova or Sarah Smiles, where you can find pretty much anything you need. But remember that some mods may not work in the Legacy Collection, but there's a whole database being built, and some major mods are being updated as we speak. And now, in this section of the video, I will give you a little Sims 2 dictionary so you understand better what people are talking about when you go on Reddit or anywhere else. So first, rotational gameplay. What is that? To play rotationally, you have to play every single household in the neighborhood for an even number of days to have them all in sync. Doesn't exactly have to be every single household, but if you want to have the entire neighborhood in sync, this is ideal, but you can choose certain households. Even if you play 2 households in rotation, that's still rotational gameplay. So for example, you go to Pleasant View and play the Goths, then the Calientes, then the Pleasants, and so on, so that they have an equal progress, and in time the households will mingle and impact each other in storytelling, then merge into new families, new generations, etc. The Sims 2 naturally not having any story progression or even time progression in unplayed households makes this kind of gameplay a pretty obvious choice. But it's definitely not for everyone. Go ahead and play your game however you want. A lot of people just play one household and that's perfectly okay. But rotational gameplay might get you really hooked, so I think it's worth a try. And remember that not everyone plays rotationally the same way. If you don't want to play Max's Neighborhoods, the community has you covered. There are so many fan-made custom hoods to download and put in your neighborhoods folder. I know My Planet Alaris works in the Legacy Collection. A friend tested that for me, so I assume Townieville does too. It just might be missing some furniture if you didn't fix the IKEA stuff. Corruption. There was a huge myth back in the day that, for example, if you save the game when someone is talking on the phone, your neighborhood will have messed up data, and the more mistakes like that you make, the more broken it will become to a point of being unplayable. This is not true. If you had heard that back when you were playing the game back in like 2008 or something, there's no reason to panic over the safety of your neighborhoods. April Black checked the game's code, was in contact with modders, tested the hell out of it, and pretty much debunked the whole thing. There is a thing called the clean version though. That's a new version of a Max's Neighborhood that has certain things fixed, like broken memories, broken genetics, incomplete sim-to-sim connections, just little things that might have led to glitches. So if you want to feel extra safe, download a clean version and replace your Max's Neighborhood with it. Another term, broken face template. Basically, there are 2 templates in the game that aren't linked properly between life stages. So some Sims may surprise you by producing children with elf ears all of a sudden. And the most annoying thing is that some pre-made Sims have the broken face templates like HalCap. I made 2 videos on this topic and there is a fix, so it's not really that big of a deal, and also the pre-made faces are fixed in the clean versions. The firstborn syndrome, or more correctly, the sequence syndrome. There's an issue in seeding when it comes to randomizing children's genetics that may cause clone siblings. Clone as in they look exactly the same and have the same personality regardless of gender. I made plenty of videos on that, so I will not get into this complicated topic here. Just check the description for links. SimPE. This is a software that lets you edit package files, so you can edit your neighborhood or a single sim as well as mods. Be careful using it, like only use it if you really know what you're doing. It's not super dangerous, but you can mess something up sometimes, or back up your neighborhood before doing anything in SimPE. There is so much other software for The Sims 2 though. As I said, this community is incredible. Speaking of backup, if you cannot use OneDrive for your documents folder, don't. Or at least disable the data sync thing, because it can interfere with your neighborhood files and mess some things up. Okay, I think that's enough for the dictionary, let's not overstimulate you. If you just play the game for fun and you don't need all that crap, it's really not that deep. Just go and play however you prefer. But just know that there is a lot to discover, because this game is bottomless. I really know a lot about The Sims 2. This is the one thing that I can honestly say I know a lot about. But still, I think it's impossible to know everything. You will always find something new. Like, it never ends. And that's the fun. So enjoy your journey, and thank you for playing the best game of all time. For this occasion, I have a special little gift for you to download. A while ago, I made a hobby collection for myself that consists of all in-game hobby items, so I don't forget they exist and I can quickly navigate and decide what to give my sim for a particular hobby. You kind of have to go into different categories to get all these objects, so it's convenient to have them all in one place. They are organized in the same order as hobbies go, from cuisine to music and dance, and there are a few items for each. You just download it and put it in your collections folder in documents. Sims 4 only players will just now start to appreciate the idea of in-game folders that you can put your favorite items in. That's it for this video. Again, welcome. Remember, there are dozens of links in the description under this video. Also stuff that I didn't mention. I will try to link as many tutorials as I possibly can. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe and like and comment and all this stuff if you liked the video. And see you in the next one. Bye!